Hey guys, welcome back to the ojmerge channel. Today I have my very special guest, Kess. Rhymes, so I love myself. I'm so corny. Yes, and she's from Jamaica. She's a mom, she's a wife, she's an entrepreneur. And today we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna do a show called Does It Matter, where we cover different scenarios and we talk about whether or not they matter in a relationship. So let's get right into it.
Alrighty, so basically we're just gonna ask a few questions and we're gonna answer the questions from our own point of view. So the first question is, are you ready?
I'm ready. I gotta go first. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Or why don't we take turns? Why don't like first I go and then the next question you go first? Is that fair?
Yep, that sounds good. You ready for this?
Girl, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous, but let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so the first question is, does money matter?
That's a really good question because we live in the era of like hot girl, and it's like if you're not coming with a bag, then you don't have nothing for me. But my personal point of view on it is really work ethic matters more to me than money, because if you have the work ethic, then I believe the money will follow.
Oh, that's true. What about you? For me, definitely agree with you. As long as you have, in Jamaica we would say ambition. So as long as you have like the ambition, as long as you're not like lazy. I didn't want to say that, but I mean it is what it is. As long as you're not lazy, then I think that, you know, money doesn't really matter. I'm not saying you have to be broke,
right,
or have nothing at all, but
right,
you know, you don't have to be rich.
Yeah,
you don't have to be rich. 100%. So that's my view on does money matter.
Okay, and you know, you're Jamaican, my husband's Jamaican. I know that people from your culture are some hard workers, girls. So, you know, I would take that any day.
Yeah, I agree. So the second question is, does it matter if he has kids? And this could go either way. So it doesn't have to be he, it could be she. So does it matter if your partner has kids or a child?
Okay. What are your thoughts?
My thought on it is, when I was younger, I used to say, no, I would never date anyone with kids. But as I get older and I have kids, and I'm like, you know, it could be any situation. Like, what if something happened? For example, what if the guy, like, you know, what if before they were married and, you know, the mom passed? It could just be anything. Why, you know, it just could be anything. Because a lot of times the reason why women, let me just say women, don't want men with kids is because they don't want that drama that comes with, you know,
the baby mama drama.
Yes, the baby mama drama. Well, for me, that's why I didn't, when I was younger, I didn't want men with kids, because I'm like, I don't want the drama. But now I'm older, I don't mind it. I don't think as long as it's not like a whole lot. There's a limit. There's a limit.
Yeah,
there's a limit.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. Definitely, you know, as a young woman growing up where the only baggage you probably have is your school books or something like that, you know, you're thinking that, well, why should I date somebody that comes with that? Like you said, potentially baby mama drama. And it's not always baby mama drama. It depends on the adults involved. But, you know, for me, kids didn't matter. When I met my husband did have a child from he does have a child from a previous relationship, my son Javier. And, you know, it's just one of those things. I weighed my options and I said, this is a really good man. We have really good chemistry. So do you throw that all away just because someone, you know, has a child? And no. But I would say I'm with you. There is a limit. I absolutely would not date a man that has, to be honest, 2 or more kids. It's just, no, I'm good. No offense, but I'm good.
Yes, I definitely agree with you as well. Definitely put in the comment section what you guys think about these questions, so you can answer them as we go along if you want. You know, what are your views on these questions that we're answering? And 3, does height matter?
Not for me. I am a short dude type of girl. Not necessarily by choice, but I've always dated short men. As long as you're taller than me, and I'm pretty short, I'm 5'4". So just have me by a couple inches at least, because I need to be able to wear my heels, you know, in comfort and peace. But I don't mind a short dude. Short dudes are cool. They all right in my book.
Okay. All right. For me, for everything else, height is subjective. So, you know, what do you consider short? Yeah. Back to when I was younger. When I was younger, I was like 6 feet, no shorter than that.
So a darky handsome.
Yes. But now I'm older, and it's gonna always be now I'm older. You know that like great things come in all shapes and sizes,
all packages.
Yes, and you cannot limit yourself to just a certain height. You'll be blocking your blessings. Okay, so I don't think height matters. Like for me, it doesn't matter. I will say you can't be too short.
What is too short? What is too short?
So too short would be if you're like at my shoulder, you know, like like you have to. We have to at least be the same height, or just a little bit taller than me, or same height.
Yeah.
Or it could be a little bit shorter, but not. I should not be towering over you.
And you do got some legs on you, Kess.
I do.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
5'7". Okay,
Yes.
so it is subjective, I guess,
Yes.
depending on the height of the lady.
Next question. Oh, this one. Does love matters?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. It was your turn.
Yeah, no, it's okay. For me, yes, it does. Plain and simple. Like I just can't do it. Like if I don't love you, then we don't. Yeah, it's just what it is. Yeah, like I know a lot of people would say you can grow to love someone, which I guess you can in some sense.
Okay.
But
yeah, it happens.
Right, you can, but if it goes, like for example, if you guys are together for some years and you still haven't grown to love that person, just let it go. But yeah, I do believe love is definitely important and it does matter.
What do you think about when people say like, well, you know, marriage, for example, is really just a contractual agreement, which means you don't really need to love that person. It's just that, you know, it needs to be good for business. Maybe one person makes the money, or you know, maybe one person has a higher status, and as long as it's a mutually beneficial situation, then love is not important. Like, what's your take on that mindset?
Okay, so for me, we just have to do what's best for each person. Have to do what's best for them. From my point of view, I can't. I just cannot. Like if I don't love you, there's certain things I can't do, and I'm horrible at pretending. Like I cannot pretend like to be with someone for however many years and just pretend the whole time.
Right.
No, ma'am, I cannot do that. So yeah, I think it matters, and I feel like love allows you to do certain things that you wouldn't do for someone that you don't love. And so it definitely matters, especially in a marriage relationship, whatever it is. You know, love stops you from doing a lot of things that you would have done if you didn't love the person.
Yeah.
So I think it's important.
I'm with you on that. I definitely think love matters. Like, no shade to cultures that kind of pair together for gain or whatever, but I just think that it's more fulfilling and it's more enriching when you're actually in love with the person. And like you said, when things get tough, you know, when people grow old, when people stop looking how they looked when you met them, it's the love that's gonna really be that foundation.
Yes, that's true. I love your view on everything. Like it's just, you know, because I wasn't even thinking about getting older, but you're really right. Like, yeah, Yeah, a lot of older couples, if you ask them, like, you know, what is keeping them together, because nowadays a lot of people they're not really together for that long anymore, like 20, 30 years.
I know.
So, and they'll let you know it's love, you know. Let's move on to question number 5.
Okay.
This question is, does energy matters? And when we say energy, we're talking about, like, you know, the vibe that a person gives off. It matters.
I would say yes, but that's me speaking as what they call an HSP, which I don't know if you ever heard that term, but an HSP is a highly sensitive person. That means that you feel things with, you know, without anything being said. You feel energies, you know. And usually if you're an HSP, you're easily overwhelmed because all day you're picking up on stuff that a non-HSP is not picking up on. Like, but definitely the energy has to be good, because you don't want somebody that's draining you. You don't want somebody that is taking from you and not pouring back into your cup. And just vibes matter. That's what makes life fun. That's what makes life sexy. All that good stuff.
I also think energy matters, just because I feel like it, as you know, Joanne mentioned, you know, you don't want someone to be draining your energy all day. Like, I feel like it has to balance out each other. Like, you know, it has to be balanced. I'm not saying it has to be exact, but some type of balance where I'm lacking, you know, you can give, and then where you're lacking, I can give. So I do think energy matters, and I do think having someone that adds to your energy, that uplifts your energy instead of draining it all day, or
Right.
is much better. So totally agree.
100%. And then sometimes energies are different, like you said, but if you can be the yin to somebody's yang, then it just keeps life balanced.
Yep. Let's move on to question number 6. Does friendship matters
In a relationship.
in a relationship or marriage?
Yeah. You need to be friends. You need to be friends, because sometimes that's all you have. And I'm not trying to sound negative, but relationships take work. Marriage takes work. And sometimes all you have is that, all right, this is my friend. I respect this person. I like this person. You know, today I might not be feeling you. Today I might not even be feeling your energy, but you're my friend. So we're gonna keep this together.
Yes, that's true, and I totally agree with Joanne. Friendship matters. Friendship matters in your relationship, because I just feel like it's not always, you're not gonna always be in the mood to be romantic, and you know, we're all human. You're not gonna always be in that mood, but if you guys can, you know, joke and laugh and watch a movie and just chill, I think that does add to your marriage or your relationship. It does add. It's a positive, you know, thing.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Like you said, it may not always be sexy time, but you know, you're my friend. I know you had a hard day. I can rub your back. We can tell some jokes and kick back like we're besties, and that just, it bridges the gap sometimes.
Yes. And it actually adds to the love.
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah. So let us know again in the comment section what you guys think, because we would like to hear their views, because we'd like to hear it. All right, question number 7. Ooh, child.
Oh gosh.
Does body count matters?
I'm listening.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay. For who? Okay, so we're gonna do it based off of, you know what, let's just do it based off of females, because I can't say, you know, so let's just do it based off, okay, if I was to date someone, if I wasn't married, if I was to date someone, would their body count matter? First of all, let me just say, guys will lie about their body counts, I think. Just depending on if they think it would throw you off or not. So this is kind of tricky.
Do they lie up or down on their number though?
That's a good question too.
I'm curious about that.
That's a good question. We should ask a guy, because honestly, I don't know. Like, if I was a guy, I would, depending on who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to one of my other guy friends, I would probably be like, yeah, like, up the number. But if I'm talking to a female, I know it might throw her, you know,
Right.
off.
Yeah.
I would probably be like, no, just a few, you know, something like that. So,
Yeah.
but honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because I just feel like guys are different.
Okay.
Guys are different, and yeah, it doesn't matter. Right? Like, you get what I'm saying, right?
I
Like,
do
feel
get what
guys
you're
are
saying. There's
different.
definitely a double standard.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair.
It's not.
Does it matter to me? I prefer someone that hasn't been too crazy in life, you know, but I know guys who have presented an outlandish number, and it did make me look at you kind of sideways, like, you're a slut, like, ugh. But it wouldn't necessarily stop me from dating a guy who had a high body count.
Okay. What if they have like a really low body count? Like, you're the first, or because it could be either way.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be either way.
That's true. You know what? I wouldn't want to, well, let me not say that, because that's not the right thing to say. I was going to say I wouldn't want to be a guy's first. But, I mean, technically speaking, that's the right way.
Right.
So I don't want to say that that's wrong, but I might wonder, I might have a lot of questions for a guy that either, you know, you're his first, or he's had a really low body count. I have some questions.
Like, why? How come?
Yeah. What had happened?
All right, this one is not too crazy. Does romance matter?
Romance is nice, but I won't strike a guy for not knowing how to be romantic, because some guys are just super romantic. They just have that romantic bone in their body. And then some guys are just very, you know, that some things just don't come second nature to them. You might have to tell them what you want, what you like. So I won't hold it against a guy if he's not super romantic, but girls do like romance.
We sure
It is
do.
nice to have.
Yes, we do. Guys, if you're out there listening, girls love romance. Okay, I'm just putting y'all on game. But
Right.
anyways, for me, definitely. Now, what I noticed and what I've had like a few females complain about is that their partners aren't romantic enough. Like, they're like, you know, it's just not romantic. And then what I found out from a guy,
Yeah.
like my uncle, let me not say a guy, but my uncle, is basically that, you know, some guys really just don't know how to be romantic. You know, guys are, I guess, taught to be very like manly all the time, and so they don't know how to be romantic. And so ladies, you know, we have to teach them. A lot of times we have to teach them, and we have to communicate, because a lot of times we can't expect them to know, oh, she likes, you know, romance.
Right. Or it's time for a date, night out,
Yeah.
you know. A little nudge here and there will get you what you want. You just have to learn to be vocal in your relationship. I think that as women, they kind of brought us up to think that love looked a certain type of way. Like, we probably grew up watching Disney, the Disney princesses, and yeah, and we grew up watching all that romantic stuff. So in your head, you're like, oh, that's what it's supposed to be like. He's just gonna know. And men were watching something completely different, girl. They was watching Ninja Turtles. They was watching Batman. Well, Batman was a little bit romantic, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They weren't like groomed in this whimsical world of romance. So as a woman, you just have to be vocal. You can't fall into the trap and think that it's just supposed to be that way. Speak up. Tell your man what you want. You know, if it's been a while since you've had date night, remind him, and don't feel resentful about it, because he's gonna take you on that date and boom, you get what you want. It's that simple.
I totally agree with you. So leave in the comment section. I know I keep saying it, but I just want to remind you guys to leave in the comment section what you guys think about these questions.
Yes, ladies, be vocal. We want to have open dialogue.
Yes, please. All right, and number 9, does weight matter?
For me personally, no. You can be slim, you can be trim, you can be chunky. Just take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Have good hygiene and take care of your health, because your health is your wealth.
That's true.
But I think beautiful spirits come in all shapes and sizes.
For me, does weight matter? It doesn't matter. Joanne said it best. Like men, females, we come in all shapes and sizes, and it's funny because like everyone have their preference, and that's what it is. Like everyone have their preference, and if that's what you prefer, that's what you prefer. But for me personally, it doesn't really matter to me. As long as you're healthy, that's all that matters. So
yeah, Janet said it best. Doesn't really matter what the eye is seeing, because I'm in love with the inner being. Janet, shout out to Janet.
Yes. Alrighty, and last but not least, do I have to answer this one?
I think you do. I think you have to go first too. And it's the last one, so I know you're gonna go out with a bang.
Does size matter?
What's that? I won't make you say. I think I get it.
Right. If you know, you know.
Right.
For me, of course. Come on. Like, yes, size matters. I mean, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It does. And if someone tell you it doesn't, they're like, it does. Now, as everything, as I said before, size is subjective. So, or what's size? Size is subjective. So what someone considers large might be small to you. What somebody considers small might be large to you. So, yeah, size matters.
So you like them jumbo, or you like them
really?
Next.
Just right. That's
yes, I would say size does matter, but that's not to say that one is better than the other. Ultimately, you just have to find the hand that fits your glove, and everybody's glove is different.
That's true. Yes, that's perfect. We're not knocking anyone that has a certain size of anything. And let me just say, it's just I guess for females, like for guys, if you ask them if size matter in terms of female, they'll tell you yes, and then they'll go into like why it matters, because like
yeah.
But for us, yes. And as I said, if someone tell you size doesn't matter, they're lying, because it does. Size is subjective. What you like. So everybody has the size that they like.
Yeah.
Joanne might like something different.
Why it gotta be me though? I think guys are very vocal about, vagina types that they like, that they don't like. And I just think that, before a guy comes for a woman saying she's this or she's that, ask yourself, is your package okay? We just gonna go back to find the hand that fits your glove, because I feel like it's getting a little deep.
Yes, and let me just say this, like I remember someone saying that, would you blindly marry someone? Like
ooh, that's scary.
Like you've never met, you never did anything, just would you blindly marry someone? And I just think that is just a recipe for divorce, if you ask me, because what if
well, a lot of people have arranged marriages, so they do it all the time,
and it just works out. Like,
I don't know what the statistics are. Do any of you guys know, like, what is the success rate of an arranged marriage? It could be really high because of the culture, and it's like, look, your parents put you together, and if you divorce, they're gonna estrange from you. I don't know, but in Western culture, I think people want to know what they're buying before they by it.
Yes, definitely. Like, go back to Jamaica. Like, in Jamaica, we have a saying, what? I don't know if they have it in America too, but this is how we say it in Jamaica or in Patois. Like, we not buy puss in a bag, meaning that you wouldn't buy a cat in a bag. Like, you don't know what is in the bag, you're just gonna buy it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I hear that.
So I couldn't do that. I have to see everything. I want to see it and be like, okay, all right, you know.
Right, yeah.
Make sure that's what
I hear you. That's my personal stance too. But you know, for the ladies and gentlemen out there who might be virgins or saving yourself for marriage, it's not that you have to give yourself up before that, but I mean, at least let the person see, smell, touch,
everything. Yep, that's true.
It's like window shopping. Like,
yes,
it's like clothes on a mannequin. You want to see it at least.
Because let me not say anything, but anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Go over to ojmerge and show them some love. Subscribe and watch their videos. Let them know Kess sent you.
Yes, and also please check out my girl Kess's YouTube channel at Yes It's Kess. Kess with 2 S's at the end. I'll put it for you down here in the description box. And ladies, please make sure that you register for my free masterclass, 5 best kept secrets to keep him captivated long term. There's a lot of juicy information in there and you won't want to miss it. And I'll put the registration link down below.